For 33 years, the American Indian Film Institute has provided an avenue for Native American filmmakers to share their talents and their message. This year, over 100 feature films, shorts, music videos, and documentaries were featured at this year's American Indian Film Festival.
This year we had over 135 films that were entered into the festival. It really kind of really shows that Native people are really becoming more astute in not only raising money but being able to tell their own stories and create their own stories.
The American Indian Film Festival is held annually in San Francisco. Not only does it honor actors and filmmakers, it gives them a chance to get together and share their insights, as well as a variety of challenges they face as Native American artists and storytellers.
Our people need to be writing the words that actors speak. We started to see a lot more Native people in front of the camera, but we're still hoping that we can get more of our people in leading positions, in behind the camera and producing.
You see, I think what Michael Smith did with the American Indian Film Festival is like a vision. He's a visionary, and I think that that's what's happening here in California. This whole tide of change, and the idea that Native Americans can make good quality films and can be seen by a world audience. And I think that's how important this film festival really is. And I was talking to Michael earlier about maybe creating this international avenue for filmmakers so that they can go across the other side of the Atlantic, and make films and tell stories. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that we're making Native American stories. It's like, black people can make a film, but it doesn't have to be about black people. Jewish people make a story about films, but they don't say it's about Jewish people. So why do we have to qualify this all the time? Because we enact with the whole world at large, as a whole, as collectively, as people. So we can tell all these stories, which happen to be Native American, that's it. And I think this is the festival for it. This is the voice, if you like, for Native America. It's really important.
The award ceremony was held at the majestic Palace of Fine Arts Theater. The Pacific Northwest was well represented at this year's festival. Magic on the Water, a film from British Columbia, directed by Tracy Bono, was nominated for Best Documentary Short.
Magic on the Water is about the return of an ancient canoe called the Interior Dugout Canoe. And because of the residential schools and colonization and the way that Canada treated my people when they took over the country, they weren't respectful, and they actually banned our tribal practices. So we were not allowed to sing our songs. We were not allowed to perform ceremonies. They wanted us to be assimilated to become Canadians. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cinematography experience as well. I took into consideration the one way to get people to understand stories is to show them the beauty of our land, because we're stewards of the land. The Okanagan people have been there for thousands of years, and we practice 100% sustainability. No other culture other than the indigenous cultures practice that, but the Syilx people were 100% sustainable. So it's a bigger message about environmental impact and the beauty of the land.
Seattle's own Misty Upham won Best Supporting Actress for her work in the feature Frozen River, and there's even buzz of a possible Oscar nomination.
Well, Frozen River was an independent film that we shot in upstate New York of 2007 in February and March. And it was really a bare bones budget film, and we had no idea that it would take off as well as it did. And we went to Sundance, and we took home the grand jury prize out of all the films. And Sony Classics bought us 3 days before we won the prize for $1 million. And ever since then, we've been promoting and traveling with the film, and it's been a really great experience.
Wonderful. Where did you get your start?
I actually grew up in Seattle, Washington, and I started out in a theater group called Red Eagle Soaring, which was aimed at Native youth, and it was all nonprofit, and our teachers taught us for free. And after working there, I was encouraged to continue on, and eventually worked my way up through Seattle and all the classical theater companies. And somebody videotaped a performance of mine and sent it to Hollywood, and next thing I know, I'm in movies and living a good life.
So for all you young filmmakers and actors out there, grab your cameras and maybe next year we'll see you here in San Francisco. For Northwest Indian News, I'm Freddie Lane.